Mama's House of Penthouse, season 2, episode what?
11, I believe.
11. I have no idea what episode it is.
We've been so far in.
Rodney still got this cap on.
Yeah, I
Can
don't
you
know
dip your
why.
head in that point, Rodney? Uncle Rodney still got that cap on.
Uncle Rodney,
The
you knew that.
man, excellent episode.
Amazing episode.
What do you think these people should understand about today's episode?
Let me tell you, when you watch this episode to the end, you're going to understand how to create that passive income. And one of the biggest skills that we learn to become a well-rounded entrepreneur. I promise, out of all the episodes you watch, this probably is the most practical. You do not want to miss this one.
This is the episode that I'm actually going to send to all of my friends.
Everyone.
When people ask me, what am I doing? Why am I able to do so many different things and not worry about anything? This is the episode I'm going to send them. So,
Is that that? I'm gone.
Turn that H to a dollar sign.
I will get big checks. It's just what's going to happen.
That's going to happen.
It's just going to happen,
Wait, the
bro.
big check-
We're going to beat your neck, bro. Every day. That's a professional pitcher. I know success, yeah.
I built it from nothing. I don't give a fuck. What even qualifies you to tell somebody you're gonna fail? Like, are you like a MBA, like from Harvard? It's like, have you studied?
If I gotta risk everything to do this shit, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Turn that H to a dollar sign.
And now, your host, DJ and Princeton. Yeah, I'm in quick today.
Yes.
I'm in quick today.
So we all locked and loaded. We ready to go?
We full house today.
Oh, yes,
man.
Lord.
First and foremost, before we get
Let me get
started.
this right. Hold on, wait.
Oh,
you know
what?
I have to get myself.
Switch sides. Let's mix it up today.
No, we not.
No.
No, we got to switch no sides.
I'm scared to do that.
They got to get this spot. Let him get this spot.
You know you're gonna do it.
What are you doing? Is he coming today? Are you coming?
He gonna come when you stop.
He's speaking English too, huh?
He gonna come when you stop looking for him.
Okay.
In the middle of the
In the
podcast.
middle of the podcast.
Well, he said he had like a whole episode last time, so
He does whatever he wants. He doesn't
And that's
mind.
why Congo is now a new mascot, because we're trying to help people create a future where you're in control. Obviously, Congo does whatever the hell he wants.
Right.
Because, well, that's what it is.
Is that what it is? Is that what no?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, Pete, but before we even get started, Congo. See,
Congo, can we? He at least moved his ear.
can you at least say hey to everybody right there? Hey, all right, go back to sleep, bro.
Okay.
Just don't move. That's cool.
Yeah. Just try to keep it. Damn. Savage.
Savage life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we was.
Oh, I see he looking for that bag.
He looking for the Xfinity bag.
Yeah, he looking for that bag. Yeah, so you good already?
No, okay, I think I'm good. This is the
Yeah,
first time
yeah.
I've ever been good in like.
That's because we moved the pillows before we started.
Okay.
We learned.
Okay, so I think I'm not even gonna jinx it today because
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Let's
me
just-
right here.
let's just-
It's kind of gonna be what it is.
let's
I'm
just
not
do it.
gonna move it all, right? I'm just gonna sit right here and I'm gonna do my thing. So this is what's going on.
So
Pete.
first and foremost, I'm gonna tell you why I'm excited. I want to give a round of applause to the audience today.
Oh yeah.
I see y'all. Thank y'all for coming. But I'm excited about this topic today. Are you excited about this topic
Yes,
today?
I had a very eventful day. I did a lot today.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bunch of stuff that went on. I met a lot of different people today too. Talked about a lot of different stuff. And I know today's episode is gonna be one for everybody that's here. I'm glad. You know, sometimes stuff happens. I know for a fact things happen for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because the topic that we're gonna talk about today is something that everybody should definitely hear.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if you about to start something or you have started something. I got a sneak peek of the question.
Yeah.
So I just had to.
I think it's one of those things when people always
This
ask
is
me.
something I've been really wanting to talk about.
People always ask me, like, you know, how do you get to that point where you like a laptop millionaire, you sitting back on the beach, you got the money coming in, you living how you want, stuff like that. Like, this episode is going to talk about what I think is the most interesting way to do it. And if you learn what we're talking about, by the end of this episode, you'll understand the clear pathway to get there. So I think that's why I'm excited about it. This is one of the things, like you talked about with the barbershop, how you got the barbershop running to the point where it's on autopilot. You know, do you even talk about the barbershop?
I don't even do it. Like a lot of people ask me all the time for my handle or my social media page for it. But at this point, if I take if I do it any better than I'm doing it already, it'll be one of them classic
You won't be able to
situations. I
handle
want
the
to be
amount
able
of
to
people.
handle the traffic that's coming in.
And I want everybody to clearly understand that if you're watching. The only reason he's not pushing it more is simply because he can't handle the amount of people.
I cannot handle the traffic.
Because you're one barber.
And on top of that, we run multiple businesses online too. So how would I even be able to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, have the time for it.
I can only devote, like we had an episode about time management the other day, and it was an excellent episode. But one of the things that we talked about is devoting specific time to specific things.
Yeah.
And it's like at this point, like running all of these different things, like even when you come here, you see how smooth this was, but at the same time, it does take time to meet with individuals before this. Like we have a consistent group message where we all communicate. We got cake over there that actually had nothing to do with anything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, it actually has something to do with everything.
Yeah, you're right though.
With everything.
It just hit me, and I was like, cake.
It's
but
good
nobody
too.
has bust that cake open yet. I'm gonna definitely just probably get up, look at him. It's cake.
You know who's the most excited about the cake?
Jazz.
Behind the
Look
cake.
at her.
Every week. Every week.
Wait, side note, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Please.
Before we go ahead.
So our listeners watching this, please, just bear with me for a quick second. We love Jazz. We are
Yes, yeah.
But we're in the back having a very serious meeting.
Very serious.
Very serious.
Super.
Paperwork's out. We going over systems, everything.
It was so serious. I mean,
Podcast.
Serious. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put that in. Put a clip of that in.
Serious.
Yeah, ultra serious.
And I look up Jazz had.
Oh, is this thing? Oh. Hello, my name's Princeton Hicks, and I created a popping podcast. And at this podcast, we're very serious, and that's why I sought out the most professional, most integral people that I could find to put together this podcast. A serious podcast for you that's going to teach you about the seriousness of business and life. Isn't that right, guys? Come on, let me take you inside.
A whole piece in her mouth.
Talking with a mouthful. Talking with a mouthful. You want us to do what? Yeah. So yeah.
Homework doesn't stop this. Multisense.
Oh man, P, you ready?
Yeah, I'm so excited about this. I'm ready to lock in because we going into deep territory today. So this is a question. You want to introduce it?
No. Well,
so today, go ahead and introduce it. I'll read the question.
If this is your first time on the podcast, and we got a lot of people here today. Today we're about to jump into our Mama's House Meal. Mama's House Meal, right? So, P, you want to take it from here? Who is that? Is that my phone? I got that blue phone.
I got it. Did you just?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
We gave thorough. There you go. Appreciate you, man. But
let me
I disrespect.
I don't want to be
rules.
I don't want to be the person either on the show where I'm like, oh, I actually did that. But this question today.
Oh man. I got a sneak peek of it too.
When
we was in the back, I said, "Oh, somebody asked that."
Yeah,
I was so excited.
It's like when they ask a question, you're like, man, I've been trying to, because you don't just want to talk about anything. I'm trying to answer this for weeks.
The context of the show, it doesn't even allow us to pretty much talk about anything.
Yeah.
And now, of course, we can get back here and talk about whatever we want to talk about, but
it makes more sense to talk about what the people want to talk about.
Yeah.
So, y'all, you ready for this one?
I'm born ready, man.
So, this is coming on Instagram from my boy _thatboy with the T at the end, right?
Okay.
That boy.
That boy. That's cool. Hey, this is Instagram.
Amazing, right? So this is what he wrote me. I really like what you're doing so far as marketing and entrepreneurship. I'm an inspiring entrepreneur and try to find different ways to make passive income in order to one day transition out of my 9-to-5 job. Entrepreneurship is something I always wanted to get into, and I was wondering if you have any suggestions or insights on different forms of passive income and what tools or knowledge I can use to become a more well-rounded entrepreneurship. He said entrepreneurship. I think he meant entrepreneur.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think that's one we can answer. We can definitely answer that one.
That's definitely one we have the capability of answering to a super high degree.
I think he said.
I'm honestly afraid that we won't even be able to tap into all of it.
Yeah.
With the short window that we have, because we also have a meeting after this, which is a very important one. But man, I promise you, if you listen,
we got to get in quick today.
Yes, but if you listen to this and you watch this to the end, this will definitely be one of them episodes that you'll never forget, and you'll like and share this and subscribe. You'll comment. You'll do whatever you have to do to get this information to all of your friends because this is some very, very, very
potent
information.
And this is stuff that we just learned really over a long period of time, trial and error and stuff like that, and then just research and actually testing. So this is stuff, we're going to tell you stuff that we actually use ourselves, not stuff that we just kind of theoretically think
Can we
about.
name this episode Chipotle Sauce?
Chipotle Sauce. It's done.
Is it done?
It's done.
This can't be done.
It's
man.
done.
It's done?
It's done.
Chipotle Sauce.
I'm just going to throw it at the end of the title. People are like, what is that?
What is that? What the fuck is Chipotle Sauce?
Exactly. So I guess what we should start with, whatever, right? So because he said a mouthful. I do want to hit on that passive income really heavy. Because, of course, I remember when a long time ago, right? I got heavy into trading and stocks with it, right? You know, all the books on investment and stuff like that. But what I realized about a lot of time when you play in the stock market and stuff like that, you got all the like day trader stuff, like getting out there shorting stocks and stuff like that. But what I learned more is the investment side, like what Warren Buffett and people like that talk about long-term investments. But you really can't play that game until you get a significant amount of money. I mean, if you put in $100 in stock market, you're not about to be a millionaire. Right?
You know what time it is with that.
Of course, when you get at a very high level, you what happened?
These sounds are doing it.
Just take them off.
Okay.
What y'all call them? The Nazareth 12?
There's a couple names. That's the Before Christ 18.
Is that because you did that run video?
So, I don't even understand why they keep underestimating us. Like, we not using search engine optimization to run astronomical numbers up. Like, we not one of the greatest online marketers to ever live. Like, I'm not the Trish McGistis. Like, it isn't I. Like, I'm not him. And we're doing it fast.
Oh, so you are online marketing coach-ish.
Oh, you know what? I was running. I didn't do that in this. Now we just gonna rock it. We're gonna rock it and not talk about it, guys. That's what we finna do. Curtis, you like that?
That sounds good.
Cool.
We got Curtis in the building.
Oh yeah, man. So I'm just gonna rock these, and we just not gonna say anything about
And
it.
don't say nothing about it. Yeah, I love them shoes actually, because them shoes to me like make a statement.
Yeah, come on, man. You know I don't care about too much of anything.
Exactly, man. So you made me lose my train of thought a little bit. So I was talking about the whole idea of the stock market stuff, whatever, right? So I realized with that, you talk about things like bonds and stuff like that. You can't generate a lot of passive income from those things if you have a certain amount of money. But the question is, how do I get to that? How do I get to that level? And we're going to talk about one way that I think is the most potent and most powerful way.
Are you about to say the word that I think?
I think you know what I'm about to say.
Are you about to do that?
I'm about to do it.
I don't think you about
Matter
to
of fact, I'm not even about to do it.
You want me to do it? I'm not spelling it.
Yeah. Were you here for? No. Was you here for empathy?
When I misspelled the shit out of it.
So look, editing team, put it in. But look, I just gotta go over this real quick. So he sets it up. He like, this is my superpower, and it starts with an I.
It's about to be one of them. But I think. Wait, just a second. Something just came to me. Whoa! Did it just come to me?
Your spider sense tingling?
My spider senses are tingling. Jazz scared of spiders. I'm gonna get that clip and send it to you. We're gonna
let's put it in here.
Jazz scared of spiders.
Put that in.
Listen,
you got it.
I got a word that just came to me. I think.
DJ.
I think I'm on to something here.
DJ?
I think I'm on to something here. Holy shit. You know the word I'm thinking about right now? We talked about this word plenty of times. We used to do our gratitude talks in the morning, and I told you it was one of my superpowers. It starts with an I. Come on.
It starts with I?
It starts with an I. It's one of my superpowers. One of the superpowers.
So I'm like, I'm like, you sure? I said, you sure it started like, he said, no, I'm telling you, I'm 100% sure. I'm like, please don't.
Powers that I told you a long time ago that I've had. I can't read.
With an I?
Right? I can read, but I can't read. I'm always saying that, right?
It starts with an I.
It starts with an I, yes. Yeah.
100% sure.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure. So this word
I hope you don't say this word.
Yeah, I'm about to say
and
it.
And it doesn't start with an I.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say.
It's one of my superpowers. We talked about it last episode, right?
I know what your superpower is, but I think...
you see where I'm going with this?
I think you about to say...
I like to see me see no. You know what I mean?
Please say it.
You can't spell, so.
I'm not gonna spell it for sure. I'm about to just say it. But my thing is, this is one of the things that allowed me to get to where I'm at right now, and one of the things that allowed me to pretty much do whatever I wanted to do because I had one superpower.
What's that?
If you don't know how to fluently read, if you don't know how to functionally spell, if you don't know how to do any of these things properly, there is one superpower that can get you past all of these humps. And I believe that this superpower is empathy.
Oh shit! I knew it. No.
I didn't.
I said, please, I think you about to do what he said. I'm talking about empathy. I said,
So everybody here said, oh shit, DJ.
now, if you,
I say, but
if you new to the show,
but if you new to the show,
already
you already know I cannot spell. But one thing I can do is what the fuck I'm about to talk about in this episode. And it has allowed me to confidently get on podcasts like this with people like this and individuals. A lot of important people in this room right now. And I'm just straight up telling y'all I can't spell. Don't ever ask me later on in life, how do you spell this? You know. It's like shit. Don't ask DJ nothing about spelling.
Grammarly, spell check, you know what time.
You know what time it is, man. Every time I cannot spell something, I'm just hitting my phone. But we're not gonna talk about that. Can I say the word?
Go, please say the word for it.
Can I say the word? I can say it now?
Go ahead, say it. What? Yeah. No.
Okay.
Say it.
All right. Funnels.
Ooh.
So now, okay.
Stop the podcast for a second.
Now.
Stop the podcast for just a second.
Now. You know, a lot of times, like I told you in the past, when I talk to people and I tell them, I'm a digital marketer, I online market, right? I do not get the right response from people.
We talked about that.
Because a lot of people just don't understand what it is, right? I said funnels. When I hear the word funnel, when I'm talking to a person in the open, right, or I'm talking to a person at a restaurant, I run past somebody that I've never met before. If I was in a club and somebody whispered in my ear, funnels, you know what I would do? Who said funnels? Do you know about funnels? Anybody who tells me the word funnels,
follow that person out the club.
You know, I remember it was a thing that you told me a while back. You said it's something about a person that you. It's like you can know a person your whole life, right? And you can meet somebody, and you just y'all share something so common that you ride or die for that person.
That's Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Yeah. What was the exact quote? You remember?
I don't remember exact, but it's Ralph Waldo Emerson. He was talking. His essay Self-Reliance. He was talking about that you can meet people who are of your same genius, or basically your same makeup. Yeah. It's like you'll take a bullet for those people, but it's people that you've known all your life that you don't have a strong affinity to do anything for them because they're just not of the same makeup.
So if you're watching this and you just and that struck home to you and you like, oh my God, I have a situation like that. Yeah. That's what that is. You don't have to know somebody. I've heard a saying, like one of the sayings that I just don't agree with anymore, which is fair enough. I still agree with it to a certain extent. Yeah. A1 day one, you my day one. Like I've been knowing you since day one. That's fair enough. Yeah. True. But really, all that really means is since the day I met you, we had something in common. You never switched up on me. Yeah. So my thing is, if I'm anywhere, somebody tells me the word funnels, do you know how? In the same group. I immediately want to hang with you. We can go do anything. I would invite you into my home. Like, come over, bro. Let's talk some more. Let's do stuff because you get it. I was talking right now,
y'all should. If you watching this and you go to DJ's Instagram, you should just DM him.
Funnels, right? Don't tell me that. How would you tell me that?
Be like DJ.
Funnels. With some eyes, with some looking eyes,
right? I was talking to Kobe at the pool just a few minutes ago, and I was looking at him like, bro, you get it. Yeah. I hope you know what that means. It's like, come on,
man. We got somebody special in the house, Curtis. We got Curtis in the house.
That's right. Who gets it. Even when I spoke with Curtis the first couple minutes I met him, I'm like, let's run. Yeah. You get it. I was talking to you the other day. We was outside, and I was like, man, if you don't understand certain things, there's no point of even running, right? Because there's no common ground. I need to have some common ground.
Shout out to Found Movie.
Of course.
Found Coffee.
Right? All of that. But my thing is, man, that word has allowed me to literally not need to spell anything right. Yeah. You feel me?
And I'm proud. I'm proud to say I helped you with that.
Give me some love right here, man. Damn it. Yeah. I don't even need to spell shit. And I can get on podcast and curse. I'm not even saying that everybody's in here cursor. But all I'm saying is I understand funnels. So, and not only do I understand how to build it for ourselves, we understand funnels so well. We build them for other people.
And see, it's so funny when you start showing clients how this works and they start understanding it. It's like you walk into a meeting with a level of confidence that shit, it's like, I already know what it is. I already know what I got.
It's like, fuck all of the dressing up for the meetings, which is fair enough though, right?
I feel you. You walk in a meeting like that.
I'm walking in shirt unbuttoned because I have the answers. You ever had the answers to the test in high school? And
How you walk in?
How you walk in though? You remember that? You walk in.
You
like
came in with a bunch of pencils for everybody in class.
In college, right?
You handing them out.
You come in, what up, y'all? Teacher like, what's going on?
Teacher like, something. We need spread. I sit in the front by you.
Yeah, I sit in the front by you.
So I can look at you.
You already got your Scantron filled out a little bit. Like,
you filled out before you came there.
You got the light, you lightly got it in there, so you in there doing unnecessary.
You see that one person in the back, they looking around nervous. You just
cooped up. You're not even worried about it because you literally have the answer. And that's what I feel like I have understanding.
I feel like this is like one of those 1% principles, right? I feel like so many people don't even know, like even if they know what a funnel is, they might be thinking like the funnel you put on
so many shits that you
something
can be thinking
that.
about.
If you from sales, you might understand a sales funnel or a pipeline or something like that. But a lot of people don't understand the power of an online funnel because one thing I do want to put a disclaimer about the idea of passive income. He talked about this, and this will make you more well-rounded. I think people mistake passive income for no work, right? Even the highest level people who build passive income, they had to get the structure and the system in place for it to work. So we put a lot of work into the barbershop funnel. Like a lot of time recording it, writing it, building it out. But once it got built out, now we really don't even have to touch it. It just does what it does. And so that's why I think funnels are so strong. It's the quickest thing that you can do to start building passive income. There's no quicker way to start building passive income unless you come from like you're a person with a bunch of money already, right?
Exactly.
Then this. And so this is the one I like to talk about because I think this is what that boy, T.
that boy.
T is going to be able to really use.
Yeah, so how you want to do this today? How many punches do you want to hit him with? What type of combinations you want to hit him with? Because I was thinking about an uppercut to the chin and maybe like one of them hook jaw jabs or maybe one of them. Josh, remember we talking about people that used to fight like this? Yeah, this is back when people, we going to hit them with some stuff that people.
About the fight.
Yeah, like, bring it here, God, yeah, all of that. I want to hit everybody today with so many. I just made some money.
Yeah. That's
literally, it's a funnel though.
That's a funnel.
And I'm not even joking.
Right there, right?
Yeah.
Right there. We on the show, we recording right now, and money's getting made. I want you to really think about that. I want you to really take a second and think about what I'm saying here. He's not going out and talking to people, he's not selling people, he's not doing all that type of stuff. Boom, boom, boom. And this happens pretty much every week. We probably run back episodes where that's happened a bunch of times on here. But the thing is, what I really want you to notice is that once you build a funnel, that's really what it is. You could be asleep, it's gonna be making money. You could be on a vacation, it's going to be making money.
I think this is what they don't talk about.
Nobody talks about this.
Why?
Because it's like one of those master skills, like when you talk about being an entrepreneur, and especially a modern entrepreneur, this is one you have to know. Yeah. This is, if you don't know this, you're going to always work harder than you have to. And I believe what I want to talk about today is the process we use to build a 6 or 7 figure funnel for a client or something like that.
You going to go there?
Well, I'm going to go as far as I can with it. Okay. Because I know that I'm not going to be able to explain it in depth, like how we write the sales copy and stuff in there, and what we actually put, the language we put in there. But I do want to explain to them a simple one that if you're watching, you can start building this out today. And once you understand how the whole funnel works, then you understand how you can do it for yourself.
This is going to be that episode where people say, that's what they be doing.
That's what we did.
Yeah, and I be trying to tell people, I let people know every day on Instagram. I'm like, man, I feel you on the dude with his shirt off pictures. Yeah. But I don't think you see it. And I be trying to drive people to the podcast and listen. I say, hey, go here to listen to this. They like, nah, I don't want to do that.
I just want to see you with your shirt off.
I just want to see you with your shirt off.
Hey, come
and
on,
I'm like, fair enough, Jazz, you know what I'm saying? Cool, maybe that's what you want to see, you know. Riding in the building with his hat backwards. Maybe that's
cool
what they want.
Maybe
that's what they want to see, right?
Looking like somebody's old uncle who's still trying to be hip. Y'all out here playing basketball? Well, back in my day. Nah, man. Oh, also follow Rodney. You know you're gonna ask for some followers.
23.
Every post meeting. Hey, y'all need to shout me out so I can get some followers. I got you.
You know what, Rodney?
23 on
Rodney, we're gonna take a mean selfie tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say,
please
follow my uncle.
Uncle. Ooh, it's the new name, Uncle Rodney.
I told y'all my Uncle Rodney. I'm gonna say Uncle Rodney in this podcast. I'm like, hey, I never knew. I'm gonna say, yeah, you know what time it is. P man, uppercuts.
Yeah, uppercuts.
You ready?
Yeah.
So which funnel you want to talk about?
Can
we talk about a funnel that was created a long time ago? That it's just a quick funnel too that we built for the barbershop. Now, of course, all of you know that we do social media.
Yeah.
We do social media. Now, social media is the main stream of income at this point because we've built up a substantial amount of clients who utilize our services, and we drive them customers using Facebook marketing, as we spoke about on here before, using Google search engine optimization. That's the reason why we don't have to worry about nothing ever
on
again.
the back of all that, why all that stuff people are scared of it because they don't understand the magic of it is the funnel.
The magic of it is the funnel. Like
you know what we can do? The best way is talk about two funnels today.
Okay.
We'll talk about the barbershop, and I'll talk about the one we're creating right now.
Okay.
I'll give them some insight on that.
Okay.
Right, because I think that's powerful. I think first though we have to understand what is the sales funnel, right?
Exactly.
So to try to give everybody a visual, if you ever seen a funnel, it's like this little thing. It looks like this, and at the bottom it's like a very small cylinder, right?
Yeah.
So you put something in the top of the funnel, and it pushes everything to the middle, and so you can put it
like an hourglass,
like a container, almost like an hourglass, right? Like the top of it. So in a sales funnel, what typically happens is you put customers at the top, and by the time they get to the end of that funnel, you've done stuff in the funnel to sell them, so money drops out the bottom. So let's say 100 customers go in, 20 come out the bottom. That's 20 paying customers. And all you have to do once that funnel is complete is continuously push people to the top. That's called top funnel content. You're watching top funnel content right now. So you watch something like this, you're like, oh, this is interesting, I know what they're talking about. Then you go somewhere else. So we've gotten clients off this show.
Yeah.
I want y'all to understand that. We're talking about something we love. And people hit us up. Hey, how can you optimize this? How can you do this? And then we actually got a pharmaceutical company.
Yeah, we're real drug dealers at this point.
Real drug dealers. We made the joke, Jazz.
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
It happened.
Yeah, Jazz told us that.
You're just finally being honest about it.
Nah, we really drug dealers though.
Yeah,
At this point.
yeah, exactly. Like, but legal.
Legal drug dealers. I don't want to make it sound cool. Don't take my shine.
Okay, yeah,
We trap.
We trap.
yeah. So the thing is,
Street farmers.
Street pharmacists.
but that was from top funnel content on that, right? So once they got that, we pushed them to the next stage of the funnel, which less people will get to that level. But what'll happen is the more once you got the funnel, all you have to do is keep creating top level content.
Yeah.
Right. And this is the fun stuff.
This is that's social media. Social media is top level content.
Yeah, top funnel.
Like if I'm a fitness expert, right? I keep posting top level content to get people
Top
to come
shirt off content.
Shirt off pictures, top level content. Like so many people don't get it. They like, look at this guy with his shirt off. But if you understood the funnel, you be outside taking pictures with your shirt off too, right? It's not even. It's like it's so much of a game to me. It's like I don't even.
Somebody looking at your pant. He's taking his shirt off, but you understand?
No, you don't. They don't.
The shirt off for you equals money.
Equals money.
Think about this: shirt off,
money.
It's 1,000 people taking their shirt off.
No money.
Well, for money, but I'm talking about something else.
Okay.
There's 1,000 people who are taking their shirt off on Instagram.
Okay.
And it doesn't equal money.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's the big thing that I think I want people to understand is that this stuff here, I really talk about this. You know, the big thing with the massive action movement stuff is creating a future where you're in control. And I believe this was the thing that I just didn't understand. Ran Facebook advertising in the past.
Yeah.
And it's like, why don't I want to do it? Because I didn't understand what a funnel is.
Yeah.
So with understanding the funnel is basically like, think of it as stages, right? Stage one may be something like this. Somebody comes to your podcast, your website, or something like that. And then from there, you might get them on an email list or something like that. From there, you might give them an offer on that email list, and then finally you give them a product. That's basic funnels.
But I want to stop you right there and give an example. You've ever seen an ad that said free shirt, right?
Anybody?
And it was a shirt that you cared about too, right? It was a shirt and your specific needs. You like, holy shit, I want this shirt. What happens when you go to the link? You click the ad, it takes you to the landing page. Maybe they take you to the cart. Maybe they just want to get your email so they can give you the shirt later or give you an opportunity to win the shirt.
And even with like e-commerce, you can talk about stuff like abandoned cart. And people don't understand like how like 75% of people don't buy it first, but then you have abandoned cart, you bring back like 25%. So if you're constantly pushing people to the top of that funnel, when they abandon, and you automatically send them something to get them right back. That's what the big time people do.
Amazon.
Like it's called the technical term for this is customer value optimization. Right? So you're optimizing each customer, and so now all you gotta do is keep pushing people into the funnel. So if you're spending thousands of advertising dollars, right? Like one concept they talk about in marketing is cost per customer acquisition, right?
Exactly.
So
how much does it cost to get
a customer? Yeah. So if it takes me $2 to get a customer, but I got a $10 product, right? That means if I spend $4, I'm gonna make what's that? $2 If it's $10 product,
don't do math on that, bro.
Yeah, I was trying to catch myself. So let's say $2 product, $20 product, right?
Yeah.
You're making $18, right? So if you do 4, that means you're gonna make what? $36.
$36. So $4.
So if you seeing, if every time I spend $4, I make $36, what is everybody here gonna do?
Keep running ads.
Spend more money.
Because you know your funnel works.
You know your funnel works.
Exactly.
That's all the basic premise is. So now you can just keep folding it back into itself and it can just scale infinitely.
Then you get deeper to
Then you start talking about product diversification.
And lifetime customer acquisition and all of that.
Like
stuff,
remarketing and all that type of stuff. But I think if you get the basic funnel right, like people have become millionaires off this one concept. Like this one concept, building a bunch of funnels out. And as I see what we've done with the ad agency, how we've acquired customers, and like I said, the reason this show is called Mama's House to Penthouse, because I started off sleeping at my mama's house on the floor.
Exactly.
So my thing is, learning this type of stuff can take you from wherever you're at. It just doesn't really matter. So with us talking about the basic funnel, let's talk about 2. Let's talk about the barbershop.
Okay.
Let's talk about the barbershop, how we built that out, what was the philosophy behind that, and just some of the ideas. So since it's the barbershop, I think a good place to start would be, what was the barbershop like before you had a funnel?
Oh shit! Oh, you know, we got a promise.
Like a living room.
It was like it was in the living room. It was a bunch of people. The couch was fucked.
Yeah.
Fuck. And I want to tell you why the couch was fucked. I was driving so much unfunneled traffic to the crib. So many people were stuck in the living room. So the only place that they could sit was the couch.
How many times people called your phone?
Oh, I forgot about that, right? So I used to get phone calls every 30 seconds from people I did not know. So imagine having a business and it's booming. You're grateful that it's happening, right? But it's in your house where you sleep. So you have to let random people in there, right? And then your phone is getting harassed. I'm talking about people are killing my phone.
His roommates can't reach him.
My roommate, people I needed to talk to couldn't reach me, like, and it became a thing where I didn't even want to talk on the phone. I remember one day I was almost crying to you. I'm like, bro, I need help, bro, because he used to come around all the time talking about system.
Magic S word.
You need system.
Episode 1 of
Mama's House to Penthouse. System. And I knew I needed it, so of course I was like, Pete, come here, bro. I need help, bro. People are calling the fuck out of my phone. I need help. What do I do? Like, what do I do? How do I get people to stop calling me? How do I get people to not show up at my house? How do I get people to pretty much do what I done? Like, how do I remove myself?
The barbershop on auto.
How do I make the barbershop work for me and me not work for the barbershop? I'm gonna just stop it right there, right? So
can you say it again?
How can I work for the barbershop?
No.
How can I not? How did I say that?
You said how?
How can I get the barbershop to work for me?
How can I make the barbershop work for me instead of me working for the barbershop?
There you go, just what P said. And that was a real question though, because it was working the shit out of me. And I got that, I heard somebody say, you work for your small business. Your small business doesn't work for you. And I heard that shit and it stuck with me. I said, man, fuck that. Okay, because I will not. Exactly. My thing is, Curtis, I will not let people call my phone anymore. I will not talk to you about a haircut anymore. I will not.
Now, I remember somebody called you the other day and said, hey, what's up with
if you really want to
facial expression?
If you really want to see disgust, give somebody my cell phone number and tell them, hey, call him for a haircut. Watch what I do to them.
He gonna go,
It's gonna be so. I'm saying, who gave you my number, sir? I want you to tell him to call me. Never call this number again.
Yeah.
Because really what's happening is that
now you're not getting your hair cut.
Now you're not. Now I wouldn't do that. But my thing is, it's just so disrespectful to the funnel that we built. Yeah. Right? It's like my man's. In the classic my man's case. My man's. Click the link. Because the link, what you will understand is a well put together funnel is actually convenient for a customer. Yeah. They actually love you even more. Yeah. And you think that you're doing people a favor by calling them every day, which is fair enough. Fair enough, because sometimes people don't understand funnels and it's not like putting together a fucking Lego piece, right? It's not just easy. But my thing is, once you get it, once you learn it, you'll help so many people because they get the service immediately.
Yeah.
They get updates immediately.
Yeah.
I don't have to copy and paste. Oh my God, I don't have to copy and paste addresses no more.
Oh my God.
I have to copy and paste, park on the side of the curb, and when you get on the curb, call me when you get down. It all says it in the email as soon as you pay me.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you hit the automatic payment system in the funnel that we've built, it sends you the address, it sends you everything.
So D, you're telling me you can take your shirt off on Instagram and might get a haircut?
No. Cause that would.
Well, I know what you also get.
Yeah, well, okay, but look though, look. A lot of my haircuts don't even come from Instagram.
Oh yeah, because
I've created a whole separate platform.
Well, you talk more about the SEO.
I created a whole separate platform on Snapchat that has allowed me to target men. Most people don't even understand why I created that platform to target men to come to the barbershop. So now I'm so cold with marketing. I no longer even have to post it on my Instagram. Now on my Instagram, I have all these different social media things going on. I have all these different funnels that we've built. So now on my Instagram, all I do is just paint the picture of a lifestyle because I don't have to promote.
People are like, how's he doing it?
Exactly. Because I don't use one Instagram. I don't use one platform for everything. Mm-hmm. I was talking to you today at the pool. I said, man, there's so many different platforms that people are just sleep on because they are so one-oriented.
One-dimensional.
One-dimensional. Mm-hmm. Everything has to go on Instagram. Nobody's going to listen to you talk an hour on Instagram, baby. Just quit it, okay? Stop it right now. Nobody's going to listen to you. Nobody's going to read a 10-page paper on Instagram in your bio or in your caption. Stop it, baby. You need to understand these platforms to drive more traffic to funnels.
And that's what makes your social media diverse.
That's another thing that makes
like something like this or whatever, right? Like we only would put clips of this on Instagram, but to try to put the whole thing on there, it's come on. You didn't come to like think about how you're consuming Instagram. Like really think about the customer, right? Who's gonna go to their phone and be like, oh, let me get on Instagram. Mm-hmm. If they went to YouTube, maybe on their phone, because some people watch on their phone. That's fair enough. But I think YouTube is a platform for long form content. Mm-hmm. You got a really elaborate thing you need to tell people over a long period of time. That's with the iTunes, another good one, which is excellent for SEO, by the way.
Yeah,
it's
we playing the game now.
Exactly.
Most people say, why are y'all even doing this podcast, right? Okay, perfect. Most people say, why are y'all even doing this podcast, right? Mm-hmm. Come on, baby. It's top level content. We playing our games. Mm-hmm. I want you to come into our world so we continue to create content to make it easy for you to do that.
And when you get in that world, you're gonna go down a funnel.
And I don't want you to be scared to go down the funnel, because when you catch a good funnel and when you catch genuine people, I've been down funnels too. And I encourage you to go down funnels. At the end of this, we're gonna give you a funnel to go down. Even if you don't want to be in it, I encourage you to go to it, because what'll happen is you end up doing what you did, right? You say, I'm gonna join these email lists, but I want to watch how they doing it. Yeah. I want to watch how they doing these subscriptions.
Man,
I want to watch how they doing this because I want to do it too, huh?
What I told you one day, I can't get on another email list.
Oh my God.
My email was trashed.
Yeah, but it was because you understood that a funnel was something that needed to be learned. So you just went and found so many different funnels to be a part of.
Man, you know what's so funny about that? I heard this statement about like when people don't want to go down funnels, or people don't like the sales thing, whatever, like people like you're being salesy. I always tell people, they said, if you're a person who has never been closed, it's hard for you to close somebody else. Mm-hmm. And I realized that's something when I go to get a program or something like that. Once I realized what made me buy it, what was the last piece that made me buy it, it just made it easy for me to close somebody else. When I go into a sales meeting and I'm talking to somebody, it's not hard for me to close them, because I understand that they don't want me to come off as if I'm selling them, right?
Exactly.
They want value, and that's what we're going to talk about. What the funnel is all about. Mm-hmm. It's like creating value on the front end. So by the time I ask you to purchase, I'm not going to just send you to a website and say buy from me. Yeah. That's where the mistake is made.
People do that too with marketing to their friends. I keep telling people every day, stop.
Come on, man.
Stop. I know logically you think I have 3,000
friends.
Somebody
told me the other day, I told you about this, whatever, right? They was like, why don't you, like somebody told me the other day, why don't you help this person, whatever. I said, I don't think you get it. Mm-hmm. It doesn't work like that. Mm-hmm. I could run down my friends. I could line them up and tell them everything we talking about. I've literally sat with people and told them everything we talking about. And guess what they do?
How much action is taken?
Absolutely zero. Because why? It's me telling them.
Yeah.
It's like if I go talk to my brother or something, you think his little brother, hey man, you can do. He gonna be all right.
All right, cool.
Oh,
bro.
cool.
All right, cool.
I'm just doing what I'm doing. You just cool with you and your little partner doing on the couch.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? So my thing is,
But I think it's so important for people to understand what you just said.
Yeah.
I hope people don't think it was a shot towards your brother.
No, not at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get it. So it's just like, what's up?
Yeah. I know that's not how I'm there to help him.
Exactly.
I just know what a person has to see. Somebody right next to what they have to see for them to listen to you is a lot different. And that's just me because I understand people, right?
Yeah.
My friends are not going to be buyers.
Yeah.
They're just not going to do it.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with them not wanting to support me.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with that. They can support you in other ways. And I believe that's the whole thing. Why I've never been one of these people post on Instagram. It's crazy that your friends won't support. I got a funnel. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to. Exactly. Like, I don't have to sell y'all anything. Because I got a funnel that's going to drive people from random places. And guess what? When they come, they're not going to be tripping on buying.
That's what's so scary about the online marketing. When you haven't bought anything from him and he just out here living, you like, bro, I haven't bought nothing from this man.
And he not around you at the house.
You should support my shit.
Support life. And we already talked about that.
Yeah, of course.
Be the
bro.
best. To make a lot of my friends are purchase from me, but just because the quality of the content and the shit we put out, the information. I'm not like I feel like the whole support thing is because your business is probably not that good.
It's
if
trash.
I'm just being honest,
I'm gonna
right?
tell you what it is.
What is it?
It's trash.
It's trash.
Okay.
It's garbage.
It's garbage.
It is.
But my thing is too, the importance of that funnel though. And like how you just said though, it just is literally understanding that though. Just I don't have to back end off of my friend's support.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to beat my friend's cellular device up on a daily basis talking about, man, I just released that shirt that I think that you should get that I've been talking about
should get my shirt
for 6 weeks because you're still not going to buy it. But my thing is, I know how to go target people who are interested in the shirt that I just made.
Because Karen from Wisconsin doesn't give a shit.
Come
she
on,
just
man.
wants the shirt.
She just wants the fucking shirt.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
this shirt says something that she likes.
Exactly. She not like, oh well, nah, I'm not gonna. She's just going to buy the shirt. It's all she's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do that, and money comes in, you're like, oh, what's happening is magic. And as the businesses start to grow, you're wondering how are we finding these people? A lot of people that know us right now is probably because you experience top funnel content.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want you to really think about that. If you know us, it's probably because top funnel content.
Mm-hmm.
You purchased from us before. It's probably because you saw some top funnel content which pushed you down the funnel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you might think that's manipulative. No, it's not. It's just how it works. Even with a friendship, that's what it is. If it's somebody that you know, like it's a reason that me and you are sitting on this couch together or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's something we saw in each other and was like, oh, that's cool. He's on something I'm on or whatever, right? Which caused us to form a deeper bond, which led to the companies being built and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's the way the world works. It's not the way this works. And I think that's really when I understood that's what I realized, like, it all comes down to that. Whether you're selling anything, it's an idea. You can sell an idea. Like, to get this podcast, we had to do that. And I think that's the power. But I do want to talk about this second funnel.
Okay.
I do want to talk about the second funnel because I think this is really masterclass shit that I'm about to talk about.
Oh, you gonna drop? You gonna do it like that? So this that uppercut that I was talking about earlier. We're trying to figure out what jabs we was gonna hit them with. So I think
this when they on the ropes and they think they're good, and
then you come up under the chin and they fall down. Yeah. I wish we could put a Mike Tyson clip in here.
Why not?
Mike Tyson.
Very, very quickly. Uppercut and Marvis is hurt. Razor is down. Joe Cortez.
Cool.
There it goes.
All
okay.
right.
Yeah, editing team, you know what it is. But yeah, so I want to talk about this one, and I think this is probably the most powerful funnel I've seen. Mm-hmm. It like our email list grows every day, every single day using this funnel, and of course we've already talked about with the email list. You know what they call that?
A license to print money.
You on point.
I'm here, bro.
Come on, I should have known.
You should have known me. I just want you to always think about how many emails Uber has, and then just stop from there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Cool.
And what's great about emails is, of course, if you have an email service, you pay for it, but you have the emails for life. So that's your customers. Mm-hmm. So no matter what happens, you'll always can send those people emails because they already agreed to be on your list.
And that's how I get like so many. Like I feel everybody on like when I teach my course because I can already see my hours are getting cut drastically from me having to go to other places and do like the barbershop funnel. So I'm noticing that more of my time is being taken from the social media company and all of that, right? Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is I definitely see the power in that. Where were you going
Well,
Right now?
what I was basically,
Because I don't want to go too far.
Yeah,
I
I was basically just saying that, like, I want to talk about how you set up the six-figure funnels or whatever, right? Because the big thing is this, right? Okay, here's the basic. We already
six-figure funnels.
So we already broke down the basic concept of it, right? So we know at the top. So at the top of everything is what we call traffic, right? So you got three basic types of traffic, really two, but the third one is a product launch. That's a little bit more advanced. We don't have to talk about product launch formulas today, but you got two basic funnels, two basic places. You got organic traffic and paid traffic. Organic and paid, right? Organic is if I just put something on Instagram and I don't pay for it, that's organic. Then you got paid traffic. And all these are what we call top funnel content.
Exactly.
If you see a post of me talking about some marketing stuff, you'd be like, oh, okay, that's nice marketing. Now, what I might do on the end of that is use that top funnel content to get you to the website. You've taken the first step into the funnel. So, everybody follow me on that so far?
Give me one small example.
So, let's say, like the other day, when we launched the ebook, right? So we got like a ridiculous amount of downloads in like one day. So you see that, you go to the website, you be like, oh, let me see what's on the website, right? I've just used that to drive traffic to the website. So now that you're on the website, I'm going to do the next phase of the funnel. Now, paid traffic is the fastest way to grow a business. There's just no faster way. That's what we do for our clients. It's just going to push people there instantly. But they're going to come through the same place. They're going to land somewhere, a landing page usually. So landing page is a very powerful concept to go into. I don't know. I want to get everything in, so I can't really explain it in time. But landing page is basically the page that sells them or offers them something. So a good funnel usually offers them something first. So if you go to our website right now, if you go to takingmassiveaction.com, you're going to get offered the 10 mandatory building blocks to build a successful business now.
For free.
Now, excellent content, of course, right? But instead of just coming there and saying, hey, I'm about to sell you something, right? I made something. We put together something.
Think about how much we're thinking about the customer building the funnel. That's why it's so respectful.
So we talked about this before in another episode. Like the whole point of this funnel is to build trust, to build relationship, and also authority. So it's trust, authority, and comfort. So what that is basically you're not going to buy from somebody you don't trust. You're not, especially when we're talking about big purchases. You're not going to buy somebody that you don't think knows what the fuck they're talking about. Like that's simple, right? So the whole point is when I build that funnel out, when you come in, first thing you get is a book.
Free one.
A book that tells you 10 mandatory building blocks to build a successful business.
Free book.
Now when you read the book, you're like, holy shit. This person knows what they're talking about.
Exactly.
I'm going to keep sending you stuff on that email list, articles, just cool stuff to keep the relationship good. But then, what you're going to see in a short second, we're going to give you a free social media course. Oh man, y'all are so nice.
A whole free video.
Free.
I'm talking about to the T though. A social media course that's so well produced that I don't think a person.
Yeah, we're not gonna be sloppy with it. We're not gonna just do, oh well, let's just. What's up,
you
y'all?
can tell by the past episodes and how we even orchestrate things, random shit. It amazes me sometimes how well organized we are with simple shit, right? Yeah. So I always talk about it. I'm so ready for the social media course because it's just gonna be one of those things that is so much value provided for absolutely free. Yeah. But
and of course, you understand that the amount of knowledge that we produce, we can put an easy social media course, teach you how to grow your Instagram or whatever. That's not the high level shit, right? And like you really getting back office, right? Like the podcast you produce, back office belong. You getting back office stuff I'm talking about right now. So
for free,
like. There's another element there is the sales copy aspect, which is not possible for us to discuss completely on here, but I just want to throw that out there because I feel like a lot of people don't even talk about that. So that's something you should look up.
Sales copy.
Look it up. So from there or whatever, right? After I offer you this free stuff, so I've already built authority. I'll probably in that funnel I'll show you some people we've helped before, testimonial, just to show you prove that whatever system I'm about to bring to you works. Now by this time you got free book. You've already came top funnel content. You got a free book. I've already shown you that I know what I'm talking about, or whatever, right? I'm sending you emails all the time, building a relationship. You're getting to know me, and the way we write sales copy, and we understand things like NLP and stuff like that. We understand how to build a relationship with our customers online. Now, by the end of that funnel, when I say, "Hey, I got this course, this course now. I've given you free course and all this type of stuff, right? I got this course now that's really going to accelerate your business or whatever you're trying to do. It could be whatever you're doing, right? You can fitness trainer, whatever.
And it really is, though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's going to do all the stuff I said, but now this is when I actually sell you. So I want you to think the journey of the customer, right? This may be, they came into my funnel on the first month of August, right? By the end of August, they pay for something that may cost $600-$700. So my whole point is, I just keep pushing people through this funnel. And once it gets generated, somebody's always going to be ending the funnel while somebody's coming in, right? Boom, boom. So 20 people come in on the beginning of August. By the end of August, those 20 people may be coming out. 700 times 20. I'm not going to do that on there. But the whole point is, you already know what that is.
Mm-hmm. All day.
Autopilot, right?
Funnel.
That is a funnel. And that is the best form of passive income that you could possibly have. Because once it's set up, all you're doing is doing what you do anyway. Like on Instagram. I did world's most hated promoter. Mm-hmm. I did a photo shoot with him. And it was a bunch of girls at the photo shoot, right? 25 people signed up for our email list. I didn't even talk about business. Mm-hmm. 25 people from that. And they're in a funnel. Well, cool. But they're in a funnel. Appreciate it, Kurt. They're in a funnel, right? Mm-hmm. So from this, me and you could be like, hey, what's going on? Boom. More people jump into the funnel. I want you, do you realize the power of that?
I do.
Do you? I know you do.
I do.
How much?
Do everybody here realize the power of that? Mm-hmm. Look at Jazz. Do you realize the power of that?
It's like a prophet talking to you. It's like a prophet talking to you.
She doesn't know because she's not focused.
Right.
She's not in the funnel right now.
Let's give Jazz a slice. You want a slice of pizza or some cake, bro? No.
You know she does.
Look at her.
That's really what she waiting on.
I'm trying to get you some pizza so
That's really what she waiting on. She thinking about that cake. She like, y'all need to get this shit over with.
15 minutes.
We know we got 15 minutes. So with that being said, since we do have 15 minutes, this is the part 2, guys, where we ask anybody
a question.
So do you? Let's go ahead and get that back loaded. Anybody have any questions about funnels?
Whatever you want to ask.
One question. We just need one from somebody. Anybody?
You need one question.
How did you create yours?
Wait.
You gotta do a microphone?
I gotta do the microphone. Hold on, we got the backup camera. We got it. Are we ready?
Name's Josh. How did you create yours, DJ?
How? Okay, how? So you say, okay, exactly how. So pretty much step by step, we definitely want to be able to give that here, just simply because Josh told us we got 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. But I'll be here. But luckily you live downstairs, right? So we can talk about this shit all the time. Yeah. But essentially all we did, create landing page with person sales on it. So I remember Curtis telling me
called sales copy.
Sales copy, you write specific.
Can everybody say that? I know people. Can everybody say that with me?
Sales copy. Sales copy. Sales copy. I ain't spelling shit. Yeah. So on that particular page, we send people to it. I actually got a chance to look at your page, right? Before we got here. Excellent landing page. Mm-hmm. But my thing is the key to selling a person without being there is sales copy. And that's just something we can't talk about here. But all I did, create page, send people to page where there's a person selling for me. Mm-hmm. So I created a video. And if you're watching this, go to yourpersonalbarber.com. Mm-hmm. And anybody that's in here right now, you can check that out later on your cell phones. Go to yourpersonalbarber.com. Excellent example of a funnel. Mm-hmm. I actually had a story I want to tell. Quick story. Mm-hmm. A woman was at Denny's. A man said, I need haircut. I need haircut.
No, exactly like that. I need haircut.
He was in the middle of a conversation with another person. He said, I need haircut. She slid in and said, I got the answer for you. Go to www.yourpersonalbarber.com.
Whoa. So D.
I didn't even see this person.
You didn't even see this person?
No, bro.
So a random person can be like, hey, go to your personal barber and it's going to sell for you.
And it's going to sell for me. And I be in here bullshitting with you all day. Do you know the amount of bullshit?
Playing with Congo.
Oh my God. I'm talking about, because, he work hard. So I get to put him on Front Street. Yeah. But my thing is, I get the bullshit while there's a person online selling for me. Mm-hmm. So all I did was create, please get a snapshot of him. He be so sleep.
Chilling.
Yeah.
Bills paid.
I told you. He the mascot. He the mascot. He don't give a
anything. But that's what we did. We built a page that sells for me. So now my job is to just send people to it.
In the word of the day, sales copy.
We got another question?
Here we go. Hold on.
Kurt.
You know the thing. I did. So when a company that focuses on personal relationships,
okay,
what are some tips that you would say you would include in a funnel to be able to keep
Perfect.
P, that's you.
Yeah, perfect. So that's when we talk about the brand story when we come in with clients. So if you go through my funnel, you're going to understand quickly my entire story, right? Because the whole thing is, the way we get to know a person is we sit down and we learn their story, we learn their journey and stuff like that. So we feel like we trust them. So the big thing when we come into a funnel, a lot of the really longer funnels, like when you're selling stuff like, say, personal development or something like that, you have to have a relationship. So what we do is when we bring them in, the first email, you're going to get an email that's going to tell your story. It's going to tell you the story of the company, how it was founded, all the pieces to it. It's kind of like with the Found Coffee thing.
Sure. Yeah.
So after that, from there, we build what we call an epiphany bridge story. You may be familiar to that, or I like to use the hero's journey. Those are two ways to write a story in a structure that tells it really
Second
well.
email.
Second email. So I tell this story. Now, while most people you come to the email list, they've already tried to sell you, right? I'm just letting you understand who I am, what journey I've been through and stuff like that. So by doing this, you do what's called identification. So the customer gets a chance to start identifying traits in you where they feel like, oh, I know this person. I get their struggle. I get their journey and stuff like that. When we go really advanced, we do videos. I actually have, what's the name? The world's most hated promoter. If you go check that out, you can see his document. We did a document, it was like 21 minutes or whatever.
He had it all.
I had it all. I had everything.
Money.
I had girls. I had cars. I had a penthouse in the Galleria.
Status.
I was whooping niggas for a piece of give me
Women. Unknown to him, he was headed for a vicious, downward spiral.
I end up getting caught up in some shit I wasn't supposed to be doing.
Tonight, we take a look at William Harwell on Confessions of a Nightlife Architect, The Rise of Willpower.
Right? Till this day, he still gets people who want to work for him just indefinitely because of that video. I had a video I created when I first started. I'm actually going to do another one. That when I first started, it tells my story.
Like, I always wanted to challenge traditional thinking. I remember being raised by my grandmother, being very young. I was shy, I was introverted. I was that kid when all the family members came over. I really sat in the corner. I never really expressed myself. I never really had many challenges. I remember growing up, the first real difficulty I ever faced was when my grandmother, she passed away. This is the first family member I ever lost in my life where it really hurt me. From that point on, I just became really angry. I was going around, I was getting into fights, I was hanging around with the wrong people, and I kind of got to that point of being hopeless. I actually attended college, and it was the first time that I ever kind of saw a different perspective. I saw a different world.
So when you come in, you feel like you know them. It's like you're taking the same power that you have from a salesperson. I know you personally, Kurt, so you got the same power to talk to a person the same way, right?
The same
tell
thing.
Story and stuff like this.
The same thing that happens in person.
You're doing
online.
Yeah, and it's all these mechanisms in the funnel. So when you build a really good funnel out, or like what we do is we come in because we understand how to structure a story, how to tell a story.
We understand human psychology.
Exactly.
That's it.
So when you come in, I know the only way you're gonna buy from me is you trust me. How do I do that? The best way to do it is tell the story.
You know, I mean, think about I always like to use real shit, right? You know how many times me and you sat down and talked before some shit really happened, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is with that, I believe that that's what needs to be displayed in a funnel.
Well, think about it like this, right? Me and you, we talked. I remember we was on the roof and we started telling all our stories, right? Mm-hmm. And then I saw a bunch of things in your story that I was like, oh, that's similar to how I grew up, right? So now there's identification there. So think about how many people in the vast billions of people in the world are going to identify with your story. And when those people buy from you, it's just going to be like, I have to buy from Kurt. Have to.
His story is too similar to mine.
Exactly.
I owe him something for even displaying his story this well.
Yeah, exactly.
So
when you get such a large customer base with the organic in-pay traffic and all the funnels and content, you're just constantly bringing people in, and everybody who identifies with that story, like I said, everybody who comes out the top doesn't come out the bottom. But if you're pushing enough people in the top, you're going to get people who keep identifying with your story, and they become lifetime customers, which we could definitely get into customer lifetime value, which is selling people over a long period of time. But, I mean, we tell restaurants all the time, like, I think one customer at a restaurant ends up being worth $25,000 over 5 years. So just think about that when you build a relationship. 10 customers could be worth, what's that, $250,000?
A bunch of money.
So, I mean, that's how we think about it, right? We think about relationships. So everything that's going to come out of our companies and stuff in the future, we understand the lifetime value of those people. So we understand it's worth taking the time to build that funnel. And when we do that,
that story, I mean, it's going on while you're just doing podcasts and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
People are seeing your story.
I mean, I routinely get people to come. Like, I've got recognized. I told you I got recognized for the podcast 5 times
at the club recently.
I just walk in, hey, the podcast, whatever. Then people be like, man, I heard you was sleeping on the floor. I was like, it's true, right? It's a true story. I'm just saying, I'm just telling it in a way that's interesting.
It's calling the funnel, bro.
Come on.
It's calling the funnel.
You engaged. See, Congo always comes to me, though.
I wonder why.
You just feel the energy.
I wonder why.
But yeah, that's an excellent question. Can we get a round of applause for our question?
So, you had a question? Any other questions, or you good? Okay.
Okay, with that, you want...
Okay, perfect. So, Pete, I want to go ahead and get into our final thoughts from the Penthouse as we wrap this up, because that cake is over there untouched.
Jazz ready? You see she's slowly sliding over there.
But yeah, that's something that I definitely want to get to. But I want to get my final thoughts on the Penthouse today, and I want to go ahead and go first, Pete, by saying, everybody that's watching this, everybody in here, I want to encourage you, even if you have a job right now, even if you do anything outside of online marketing or anything like that, I encourage everybody to set you up a funnel. Mm-hmm. And please don't go to your personal barber right after this, or go to takingmassiveaction.com and immediately tomorrow try to set up a funnel as elaborate as that. It just will not happen. There are certain things that we understand, tools that we use, and things of that nature that you'll definitely get access to as you go down our funnel, because we want to give you this knowledge, and we're not scared of charging you for it, because one thing we do know is that when you pay for shit, you use it.
Mm-hmm. And you're gonna make money.
We honestly will be doing everybody a disservice if we told you everything about funnels today. I
told you that story. It was in the book Extra Secrets. He talked about he had all his family, $50,000 a year program. Mm-hmm. Everybody in it created 7-figure businesses. All the people he let in for free did nothing.
Absolutely nothing. So like I said, I'm not scared to charge nobody anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not my thing.
Because I know I'm bringing you value.
I know I'm gonna bring you value. That's not even a question, right? So my thing is, if you want to start something today, right? Think funnel. What do I do first? I will start at the bottom.
Start at the end and build up. How do you, like, what's your product and how can I get the customer there? Mm-hmm. That's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing. So yoga, fitness, anything like Alex. We was watching. What was the name today? We did the yoga class with Alex and Benji.
No, not Alex. Adriana.
Adriana, right? Adriana. Okay, I don't know why I thought Alex, but Adriana. I'm pretty sure at the end of that video, if she had her funnel correct, there was a landing page that I could have went to sign up for an email that would eventually sold me some yoga shit.
And some upsell. We have a chance to talk about that.
And if I'm a yoga person, I'm going to go through that funnel because she took the time out of her day to produce some top level content. Yeah. Some long top level
free
content.
Value.
Some free value. I got a chance to do yoga in the living room today for free. Mm-hmm. So I honestly feel like I should go find her and give her some money at this point. And that's the power of a funnel. Mm-hmm. I just want people to understand reciprocity too.
Give, receive.
Give, receive is one of the cognitive biases. Understanding that the more you give, people have to give back to you.
Biases. That's Charlie Munger.
Warren
Buffett's right hand man.
Warren Buffett right hand man. So that's pretty much my final thoughts from the Penthouse, man. Do whatever you have to do. Get around whoever you have to get around. Just go to 20 people tomorrow and say funnels. Whoever responds properly, whoever does like funnels, talk to him. Figure out what he knows, link up with him, get you a funnel created for whatever the product is. Sell fucking doggy sweaters if you have to. Create a funnel. Sell top pins. There was a guy who ran up $1 million in a short period of time. Top pins. There was a woman. What kind of fountain pens? Fountain pens, not top pens. There was a woman selling bowls. Like, you know what kind of bowls I'm talking about? Bow-Rex.
No, yeah, the bowls for cute girls' hair.
Bow-Rex.
Barrettes.
Bro. You knew what he was talking about.
Man, you know country, that was we call Bow-Rex.
It's a barrette.
A Bow-Rex?
No, a barrette.
Okay, a barrette, man. You know what I mean?
Tomato, bro. Barrette, bro.
All right, I got a dollar.
But it's both.
We'll get you a jar.
Okay, cool. I'll put a jar. Anytime I say some stupid shit, I put $1 in it. But my thing is, she ran
back in the pocket.
Right?
That's a funnel right there. It's a jar. That's the funnel.
Exactly. The DJ. She ran up $1 millions of dollars selling that type of stuff on
Hair
Facebook.
bows.
Hair bows.
Hair bows.
Barrettes. Okay. So my thing is, man, do whatever you have to do.
No, Uncle Rodney was gonna say.
Uncle Rodney got this hat on still. He lucky on it. Come on, man.
Yeah, nah, you let him make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him make it. Create you a funnel. Give us somebody who understands the funnel. P, your final thoughts on
My
the
final
Penthouse?
thoughts, just understand that there's going to be work in the beginning, but this is the quickest way to get to wherever you want. I think the whole thing that I enjoy about the funnel is just seeing the whole systematic process of putting somebody through it.
It's so cute when it's finished.
Yeah, it's like you just sitting back like, yeah.
It's like I just sat here and I think today.
And then also just that relationship you build with all these people that you don't know, right? Like I really like. I know I've heard people say this when I was watching people's content. Like, I love them.
Yeah,
I love the people because you allow like us giving you value. It's like a reciprocity again, right? You get stuff from us, we give you more value. You make money, we make money. Everybody's happy in the end, and that's just really how I think it should be. Because I believe, my big thing is creating a future where you're in control. And I think funnels. It was one of them concepts that. You know how when you feel insecure in life? Mm-hmm. Like when I was doing business, I really had that feeling, that sense of like, bro, what is one of the things I need to understand to make it something that's sustainable? Mm-hmm. Like something where I can actually make a real income off of it. Mm-hmm. And funnels is one of those things that came to me. Like it was a list of different things, but funnels was definitely, once I understood that, I was like, yeah, I can do this. So like you said, I echo the same sentiment, which is basically, if you're doing anything, I don't care what you're doing. If you're selling
rugs.
Food, rugs, whatever, there's a funnel that can be created for it. And there's all these type of tools. I wish we could have gotten to some of the tools.
There's a 6-figure funnel that can be created for a whole country.
And I guarantee you this, in any industry, because I've seen it. Because when we audit these businesses, and this is a big thing, when we audit these businesses, I've seen big companies like doing $5, $6, $10 million in revenue or whatever, right? They have no funnels. And I know if I ever enter that market, if I ever get a client in that market, we'll just destroy them because they don't understand this simple process. And this is why a lot of businesses go out of business, because they don't understand this modern economy that's coming with these 6-figure funnels. So you should understand it, because what it's going to allow you to do is be ahead of everybody else, because everybody else is going to be wondering, how the fuck is this person making money? But you already understand that you have a funnel.
How the fuck is DJ on Instagram playing all day?
With his shirt off.
With
Congo. And that's my final answer. Social media?
Social media, man, not spelling it. Spelled that wrong a couple episodes ago. I will not do it though. Episode 6, 4, 3, 7.
You couldn't spell country.
Couldn't spell country. COUNTRY.
What you said? You was like Cowboy or something? Cowboy.
I said some out of line shit. It was a lot of stuff going on here.
You spelled Courtney instead.
I probably spelled some, I don't know.
It was bad.
It was bad. Follow me at Country Cowboy on all social media platforms, Periscope, MySpace, everything. Now I'm really right? Everything.
Foursquare.
Everything, man.
What's your Tumblr?
My Tumblr, I don't have a Tumblr, but just wherever you can find me, my name's gonna be Country Cowboy on there. And then Pinterest.
Hey, he's on there. He's on there. No, somebody said that.
What?
Mary said he found him on there.
He said that.
Where?
He's on there. Farmers.
You're on Farmers Interest.
Yeah.
No lie.
I don't know if that's serious or not, 'cause I don't know how she would know he's on Farmers.
Right. So let's call it
Tamaris. The funnel.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Jazz gave me that. So
and you already beat Tinder, so.
Okay, yeah, Tinder. I'm on everything, man. Listen, Country Cowboy, follow me. DM me the word funnel, and I might just.
Oh, you just gave me an idea. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do. What's the one thing that brings somebody into a funnel? We're gonna get some money away.
We're gonna get some money away?
We're gonna get some money away.
Okay. So we doing that right now?
Yeah.
How much money you want to
50?
give?
Let's do 50.
$50? I do 100, right?
Yeah, okay, 100. DM DJ or me. What did we say you have to create at the top of the funnel in order to make money at the bottom?
First person who does it. You gonna post this on Instagram?
Matter of fact, I'll post this exact clip.
All right, post this clip on Instagram.
Oh, no. You gotta watch the show. Because, once again, we want people to get rewarded for watching the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first person who DMs me the thing that we said has to go at the top of the funnel gets $100. Mm-hmm. None of y'all count.
I was waiting for him to say that, so I didn't even decide to pull up.
All right, P, your social media, then we wrap
Princeton Hicks on everything. PRINSTONHICKS. Every time I spell it now, you have me. I'm nervous.
Right?
Even though it's my own name, it's like I'm nervous though, right? But on everything, Facebook, Twitter,
Christian
Mingle. My name's actually Preston on there. I wanted to do a little something different. Also, my MySpace is Princeton_2075. Yeah.
What song you got in the background on MySpace? What song?
Oh,
Charlene.
Yeah. Woke up this morning.
Ready.
Nah, it's actually that Life Jennings. It's been 27 years.
Right.
And then I got so much HTML code on my stuff. I got like little flowers popping up and stuff like that.
I got the matrix coming down now. So
that's my that's my social media. Prince Hicks on everything. YouTube channel, all this type of stuff. And of course, if you want to learn more, if you want to learn how to build a business from scratch, I urge you to go to takingmassiveaction.com and get the 10 mandatory building blocks you need to build a successful business now. Absolutely free. Free. I mean, like legit free though.
Legit free. No money involved.
Like I'm not even gonna sell you nothing after that.
And also after that, I want you to take your happy ass to HeyBodegaBomb.com.
Get you a Big Checks pillow, a Massive Action Movement shirt, or a Big Check shirt. There's just a lot of good stuff on there.
I sleep with that pillow and make money.
No, since we got this pillow, we've definitely made a significant amount of more money.
Mm-hmm.
Don't speak some. There it is.
Oh, and with that being said, you know what that means?
I'm gone.
I open my eyes, I see them snakes in the sky, saying that they down the ride. Really, they down for the ride. Really, they down for a piece of my pie. Look in my eyes, you can see that I'm tired. Look at my ties, you can see I got drive. All these emotions, I put them aside. All this potential, I bring it to life. I look them dead in the eyes. Cause I really want it, and I'm really working, and I'm really stressing out because I'm nervous. Cause everybody wanna be on the surface. I think I earned it. Cause I've been spitting ever since you were jerking. I'm talking way before recording with Irvin. I was working, so I think I deserve it. Ain't nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. All the sweat that I've been sweating, all them tears that I've been shedding. Ain't nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. All the work that I was putting when they tell me that I shouldn't. Ain't nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. All the sweat that I was shedding, all them tears that I was shedding. Ain't nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. All the work that I was putting when they tell me that I shouldn't. Ain't nobody knows.
That's the Bruce. Nigga, we made it. Nah, man. Bro, I remember locking in all hours of the night with you back in San Houston, man. The grind was real. And even back then, man, in your Curious Keys days, I always knew you had that gift, something special about you. Man, continue to be great and inspired. Dreams really do come true, and only way